I'm Sequoia.
And I'm Phoenix.
And after a month of hard work, we finally managed to renovate our 94 Dodge Ram 250 van. Is that what it's called?
And if you haven't seen the videos, they're in our subscribe on our channel, but we're gonna do a quick tour and just go over everything that we did to this 94 Dodge Van 250, and I hope you all enjoy.
Hello. So welcome to the White Lotus. Starting with the main cabin area here, you'll notice that basically the only thing we really kept were the original chairs and the original dashboard area. Everything else we kind of updated. We updated the floors.
Forgive the dirt, but you can see here that this is a nice rubber floor mat that we put in customly, and we boxed off all the corners with this little seam here that Sequoia did so well, and we used a stencil to cut out the rest, and we were able to fit it in one piece, and then we used the pre-existing little side rails here to bolt it down. And yeah, we kind of left it open so that in case we need to work on the engine, we can pull this whole block up, because with this type of van, this is actually the way that you would access the engine department.
Basically, this van was really ugly when we got it. Even though it was a 94, it had like mint green carpet all over, and was also like everything was in this sort of like awkward brown color. So we changed all that. You'll notice on the doors here, so basically this part used to be brown, this used to be mint green. Whoops. This used to be brown, this used to be mint green. It was just really ugly. So basically I wanted to like unify the color palette. So I got everything kind of in like a taupe mauve color, just to match more with the interior. And I took all of the door panels off and basically just cut out this fabric, sewed it together, sewed these little pockets, and then stapled it in the back, just to modernize the whole look. So that's the main cabin area. Moving on to the living room.
The rest of the van, we actually used this vinyl tile and laid it from the front all the way to the back. And then we used some finishing pieces here. And yeah, it turned out really nice.
This is our living room space. Living/bedroom. Phoenix and his father custom built this cabinet system. It's really great. We just use these little carabiners to keep everything closed so they don't fly open while we're driving. But it's really great because we're able to store things like our toiletry bags and shoes.
One of the things that we spent a lot of time on was the structure of the bed and the cabinet. Believe it or not, they actually are connected. And we did that so that this structure was extremely stable. And we also bolted the rails that run all the way on the floor, all the way from the front into the back. We countersunk those and then pigeon-toed everything and with glue. And it's extremely sturdy.
What we did at the top here, we just put a bit of this cabinet liner so things don't move around while we're driving. And yeah, we've got, some little succulents to add a bit of green to the interior. We've also got some purification and protection mist. So you can just spritz that and, we're ready to hit the road or, feel good and balanced.
With these cabinets, we ended up staining them all with this whitewash that matched the floor. And we have this little flip-up drawer here with a bike tire that I need to return. We insulated everything, so the floor has a thick layer of insulation, as well as the walls and the ceiling.
When it comes to the curtains, so these were essentially all hand or custom sewn. I got a lighter, more textured material for the top and then added blackout material behind. So was able to just take the measurements of the windows and sew those all individually so that they really fit the specific window size. And they're all just tied together with a macrame cord. Nothing too fancy. The wall panels also all used to be mint green, this like mint green velvet kind of material. So we basically replaced all that with a lighter wood.
Along with this fantastic fan, which works really well when you have one of the windows open. We like to use the setting where it draws the air out, and that way you can feel the wind coming through the window.
There's our bed over here. So our bed right now is more in like daybed mode.
We're barely able to fit into the van because before the panels they bulged inwards too much to actually fit a full size, and by removing those and replacing them with the new plywood, we were actually able to maximize our space and get a full-size mattress.
The cushions are all lined up in the back so we can just chill. But when we're ready to go to sleep, we just tuck the cushions, tuck the decorative cushions away and put the pillows here, and we're ready to lie down.
And I usually sleep on my side anyway, but if I do sleep on my back, I can just spread my legs a little.
So it's very comfortable. We really wanted to make sure we had a comfortable night's sleep.
One of the things Sequoia didn't talk about is what was up here before. It's actually old enough to where they used a VCR still with a TV. So you can see that this was the TV and then there was a VCR in here. So we covered these panels here with this new fabric. And yeah, we still kept the same latches. They're really nice. You can see they're also in the back. We have this larger one here. So yeah, these are nice and sleek. And we ended up doing the same thing we did with the door panels and these flip-up cabinets with the roof. We ended up using the existing panel that was already there and then just covering it with this new white fabric, and it turned out really nice. We ended up using these existing little wood beams that actually we were able to use to hold that new fabric up. And you can see here when you turn this switch on, it gives it a nice warm glow, really nice mood lighting. And that is actually connected to the starter battery, and so are these lights here. We ended up keeping all these lights because they are such a nice color. And with our leisure battery, we ended up using this other strip of lights that you can see on the inside here, and that wraps all the way around from each end all the way around this side paneling, and it gives it a really nice underglow when it's on. Under
here we've got our main storage for clothing. So this side is Phoenix's side, this is my side. My side goes a little bit further back just because I have more things. We're only on a short camping trip right now, so we don't have too much stuff. Still have, you know, a full-time real house. It'd be pretty practical if we got rid of all our things. We could really live a minimalist life here.
So now we are going to show you our electrical system, starting with our outlet. You can see we used the existing external outlet. So this outlet is connected to the outside. You can flip up a little door and connect an extension cord into this outlet to power it up. Right now, how we're using it is with a double male end, which runs to our inverter. So when our inverter's on, it'll power this box up, which powers our lights, and it also powers this outlet on the side here, and that we find that's really convenient if we want to plug in a laptop or a phone. And again, it's just connected to the inverter with a double male extension cord. And so when we want to charge our leisure batteries, we use our solar panel here, which is a portable Renogy solar panel, 100 watt, and we keep it in the sun. You can see here.
We've got our kitchen out back here. We watched a lot of videos where people were doing their kitchens on the inside of the van, and that just wasn't really practical for the size of our van, and also we just wanted a kitchen space where we could stand and really have a bit more space to move around, because we can't really stand inside our vans. So this is our kitchen here.
So there you have it. We're not going to cook it up all the way right now, but you can see it is portable, and so theoretically we could park in the shade and then have this solar panel out in the sun, and then we would connect it with our positive and negative extensions here. We do have some extensions so that this can actually go even longer than it is now. I'll leave that there. And then you can see inside here, I'll just pull this all the way out. We actually did a great job of maximizing the space in the van, especially with this battery compartment, especially with the battery compartment. So I'm just gonna set this aside. It's still really hard to see just because everything is tucked in there so deeply, but there's actually 3 batteries in here that are all connected to each other, and then they're connected to the inverter. Another connection that we made was with a relay switch that charges the batteries when the engine is running. That way we can charge our batteries while we're driving, and then while the car is parked and the engine is off, that relay switch will turn off and disconnect our starter battery from these leisure batteries. That way we don't kill the starter battery. Another thing we have is a trickle charger, and that way when we want to plug in, if we don't have enough sun and we're at a friend's house or at home and we want to charge up before we leave, we can plug an extension cord into the side there. And then what we would do is we would unplug this this power strip and then plug in a male or a female to female, that's what this is, and then we would disconnect the inverter and be able to actually connect the trickle charger to the batteries. It's a complicated system. My dad came up with it and it works. So we're really grateful to have all these different options when it comes to power.
You'll see here we have this lovely little drop down counter space. We can sit and have a cup of tea here, or we can also use it as extra space when we're cooking. We've got a collection of herbs up here, some basil, rosemary, mint that needs some water, and some aloe vera. All very practical for when we're cooking, but also aloe vera is really great for bug bites. Phoenix got a whole bunch of bug bites this last trip, and it's been really nice to be able to just snip a little piece of medicine and put it on a bite. So it's nice just to have also more greenery on the road. And we also have this lovely mini fridge. It was a gift from Phoenix's parents, and it's really practical. Well, right now we're doing a water detox, so we don't really have anything interesting in there. Inside here, if you want to take a look. So we've got our cutting board, some bowls, cups, a little cooking pot, a Tupperware with all our cutlery. There's also a propane stove underneath, and basically just some cinnamon and toilet paper. Again, like I said, we're not eating this weekend, so that's why there's no food. But usually we have like snacks and proper food in here. But this gives you a general idea of the space. Under here and on this side, we have 2 6-gallon water jugs. So we use one for drinking and one for showers and miscellaneous. We've also got our beach parasol in case we feel inspired to hit the beach. And this 6-gallon tank is attached to this electric water pump. So all you have to do is just press that button and then basically water will come out. Our sink is a baking pan. Very nice little baking pan. But yeah, when you're washing up, you can just basically take it out, dump. We don't have any like gray water specifically, so this just needs to be removed and poured out in a responsible location. And then yeah, we have a little soap and sponge also on one of these cabinet liner things, just to keep it from moving around. Works quite well. And what else can I tell you? Oh, we also have these lovely little curtains in the back, custom made. So again, for blackout kind of privacy, but also they protect our plants if we're ever parked in the sun. It's really nice just to cover them up. And that is all I have to say. Yay!
One of the very custom pieces that we came up with towards the end of the build was this table here. And it makes it really convenient when we're wanting to have breakfast or dinner inside of the van. And you can see how it works here is just on a simple latch. And so when you disconnect it, this leg will actually come down on a mini piano hook, and then the table will flip up, and then the leg comes all the way down and is perfectly level with our floor. And so it turns into a nice little dining table.
Yeah.
And also you can sit here if you want to stand and work outside of the van. You have that option too.
And that concludes our van tour. Thank you so much for tuning in.
Yeah.
Yeah. Good.